Hello once again. Welcome back to the Cosmic Patterns video channel on YouTube. Good to see you again. Today, I will be showing you how to rectify a chart within the Sirius program automatically. Once again, this is Faye Cochran. I hope you're having a wonderful time. And thank you again for joining me. Okay, let's get started. Since this is a forecasting, we will click on forecasting, continuing on with our video on this series. Click on forecast right there in this icon, and then click on rectification. Okay, by the way, before you start rectification, you must get about five life-changing events in your life or in your client's life. These dates must be not a made-up date. It must be a real date. It can be childbirth, parents passed away, grandparent passed away, and major move. Let me show you. Okay, so after selecting that, you click on add, remove, or change events right here. Okay. And then you click on add event, and in here you have so many choices of all kinds of events that you can select: child born, father dies, successful benefits, insight discovery, major relocation, accident, surgery, violence, so many things. The most commonly used one is the child born. For example, when you select that, you can enter the date. You can just simply click here and say, for example, January. By the way, that slash right there, it's automatic. So you do not have to put the slash. So say January 5, 1980 for the first child born, and then click on OK. And then remember, we need to at least have 5. So let's click on add an event. And then we click on this drop down arrow. We put another child born in here. Okay. You can say August. Okay. August 20. Okay. 1990, for example. And then click on OK. Okay. And then you add more events in here. Say father dies, for example. God forbid, father dies. That is just an example, folks. Okay, so we say October 14, 1993. Okay, these are just made up dates for me. I'm just giving you an example, but you cannot use a made up dates. Remember, this must be an actual date, actual events in your life. The date, the actual date that it happened. Okay, you can also change the selected items or remove the selected items if you made a mistake. And we're gonna add another one. For example, well, say grandma passed away, and then say, for example, December 3, 2001. Okay, all right. And then let's say one more event in here, and say successful. Let me say major relocation. We can say March 27, 1989, and then click on OK. Okay, and then click on done, and then click on OK. Now click on OK again. You can see the events are listed in here. Now we have to change this to the starting time and ending time. If you have no clue when you were born, you're gonna have to go through the 24 hours process. So you're gonna put 0 in here. It says 0 to 23:13. Okay, so put 0 and then put 24 in here. So that is the 24-hour period. This can take a little while to finish. So let's just say a 1 hour period. Okay, this is just for the demonstration purposes, just to make this quick. Otherwise, we have no time to wait for a very long time to get it calculated. We're just doing the demo, so let's be realistic here. Okay, all right. Now, they'll calculate every 1 minute. As I suggest, don't touch that. Keep it the way it is, and then click on Begin Analysis. Okay, now we will calculate it for you. And make sure you don't stop it. As you can see on the top right side here, the number of charts calculated are being populated up here on the right. Okay, because we're only doing a 24-hour version of it. This should not take very long. It will depends on how many events you put in there. It can be longer. Okay. It's getting there. When it finished, it will give us a graph of your likely time when you were born. And then what you do, you create a chart for that and see if you can relate to it. If you are a professional astrologer and you're doing this for your client, ask questions to your client to get proof that the time of birth that you have found is accurate for them. You have to be very responsible in doing this. So make sure that they give you the actual dates, not a made-up date. Make sure that you let them know this is the responsibility of the dates that they give you, so that you are not responsible for it if they made a mistake. Okay, so it finished calculating. Let me move this here so that we get to see the screen in here. Okay, and then I will move this here. See, so you see the screen. You see 3 windows. I'll move this here. Okay, you see 3 windows. Okay. This is the first window that will pop up in front of you, and the rest are behind it. Okay, this one, the most likely time of birth is obvious. It's right here. It's about 23:47. Okay, let's see what is the score for this date. We click on this. These are the scores. Okay, 23:47 is telling us is the time of birth is likely to be 9:49 a.m. Normally, if it's not this high, normally they are going neck and neck next to each other. I ask the client if they can relate to either one of them. But more than likely, it's always the highest point. But in this case, this is really, really high. We can be absolutely sure that this is likely the time of birth for this person. Okay, now if you're curious, you can go to this left side in here, and you will see the scores of the graph. You can see the scores here. Okay, but the most important part is the graph in here. You can likely see the time in here is 23:47, but to be absolutely sure, you have another option to look at the actual number, not the graph, and for sure in here the highest score is 23:47. Okay, so you take note of that and you click on return to previous window, and you can change the time of birth to the calculated time. Okay, so this is it for today. It's extremely simple, fast, and extremely accurate. Remember, use the actual date of events. No made-up events. Must be real. That event must have occurred in that specific date. If the client doesn't know or doesn't remember or it's not sure, don't use it. Make sure that you are absolutely sure of the dates that you are using, because this is time sensitive, this is date sensitive feature. Okay, I hope you got it. That is how you rectify a chart within the Sirius program automatically. It's fast, easy, and simple. Alright, have a wonderful time once again, folks. Thank you so much for joining me again, and I appreciate your support. You take care now. Okay, bye-bye.